Hey everyone, my name is Eric Persine, and my project for advanced embedded software development is the Smart Alarm Clock in HUD. This is a Build-RIT project using a Raspberry Pi 4 and the open source embedded graphics library LVGL. It connects to the internet to collect weather and time data, which it presents to the user on a 5-inch 800 by 480 DSi display. Also, it has two push buttons which are used for setting alarm time and a USB speaker for playing an alarm sound. While it boots up, a little background information about this project. Visually, it's very inspired by the video game Persona 4. The game itself is very calendar-based, so what you can or can't do on a given day depends on the weather, the time of the day, and the day of the week. And the game conveys that information to you in a loading screen, so I thought, how cool would it be to have that loading screen in real life? The housing I designed and the sound effects are all based on the game, and of course the graphical user interface is a direct recreation of the game's loading screen. I even recreated the same weather icons and used the most similar font I could find. Okay, now the GUI program is up and running. Within the yellow bar on the left, we can see today's date. Currently, it's 56.6 degrees out with overcast clouds. To the left and right of that, we can see the forecast for the rest of the week. The free plan of the weather API I'm using doesn't actually allow for forecasting, so for now those weather images are placeholders, but today's will change to reflect the current weather. Then in the bottom right, in the large text, we have the current time, and below that is the alarm time. The left push button will increment the hour, and the right will increment the minute. Let's set the alarm time to the upcoming minute. Alright, now the alarm is playing and our screen is flashing. We can turn off the alarm by pressing either push button. And that's about it for the demo. To close things out, I'll be talking about the challenges I faced and the lessons I learned. Among the most difficult challenges I faced when implementing this project, number one was probably getting the graphics drivers working. I spent a week and a half trying to get a GUI program running. I overcame many driver and configuration issues and tried a few different approaches, even at one point switching from an RPi 4 to a 3B Plus to more closely follow an online guide, but eventually I'd always run into an issue I couldn't quite figure out. Ultimately, I found LVGL, which was really easy to get running in Build-RIT and to create an appealing GUI with, largely thanks to its ability to be simulated on Windows. Another big challenge was integration. Network communication, GPIO polling, and USB audio only took me a few hours each to implement. Combining them into a single program with the GUI, however, was quite difficult. This is because an LVGL app is built with a CMake structure that's a little more complicated than the make files we used in our assignments. The hardest part for me in particular was figuring out how to properly point CMake to the libraries I had installed via Build-RIT. Lastly, we have automatic building. Also due to the more complicated LVGL structure, I had a kind of difficult time configuring my LVGL app to build itself inside a Build-RIT package. I had to figure out how to build the app inside an MK file with CMake and to place the executable file where my target could execute it. And for the most important topics I learned from this project, number one would probably be how to use Build-RIT. This project required me to develop a deeper understanding of how Build-RIT works, and now I'm confident that I could create my own project with it. Another thing I learned is that working with drivers can be difficult. While debugging this project, I faced a lot of issues that were pretty hard to track down and understand at my current skill level. Many issues had me stuck for so long that I worked backwards to try another approach, but others I was able to ultimately figure out and make some progress. The last thing I learned is that I should probably spend some time exploring the available options before focusing too hard on one of them. I didn't discover LVGL until I was over a week and a half into trying to get my GUI running. I did learn a lot by troubleshooting my way down other paths, but this project definitely would have been a lot less time consuming if I had explored other options earlier.